Hello. See, bar, happy hour. This is where my wife got my wedding ring from. It's a regular occurrence here as well. I can't. No, I can't cheat. So yeah, it's nice to be back and kind of see and feel what I did as a 22-year-old kid coming out of university.
Tim, we're obviously here in Hoboken, where you spent a couple of years. Firstly, can you just tell us why you were here?
Yeah, so my first 2 years out of university, spent time here in Hoboken, lived in Hoboken during my playing days for the New York Red Bulls. My now wife, who was my fiance at the time, we plonked ourselves down here and loved the skyline view, and yeah, just lived it up for 2 years before moving to England.
And on the way here, you've been telling us quite a few facts about the area. It seems like you obviously learned a lot about it when you were here.
Yeah, it was a learning experience for sure, coming from St. Louis. But yeah, you listen, again, it's like in England, you immerse yourself in the area, in the town, and you learn all you can to become comfortable off the field in order to be comfortable on the field. And yeah, I mean, listen, when the New York City, skyline is your backyard, there's not much better.
And you told us you haven't been here for a little while. How different do you think your life is now to when you were here last time, maybe?
Yeah, I'd say it's pretty different. Back then we were scraping by, the two of us trying to live here. Well, obviously we had our dogs, but now we've got 3 kids, a family. Yeah, so things have changed off the pitch, but obviously things have just gone from strength to strength and ups and downs as well. But on the pitch, it's a really different and in a good way from that time.
Obviously, you talk about changes there. You did tell us as well that one of those changes actually happened here in a way. You got engaged just down the river. Yeah,
I actually proposed to my wife. We can't see it from here, but there's a pier further up. So we're downtown Hoboken right now, but there's a pier further uptown that I popped the question and yeah, we got engaged right here in this little city, and like I said, with the Manhattan skyline in the backdrop, which was it's a pretty special moment.
Can I ask, was it a day like today? Was it an evening setting?
It was evening. It was a little bit later than this. Same, probably not quite as warm, but yeah, it was very similar. Lovely time, nice breeze. Nobody around, which was really strange. We had the pier all to ourselves, so yeah, pretty good moment. And like I said, it makes this Hoboken area a little bit more special than just a stop along my career.
And what other places around here do you remember from your time here? You told us a bit about pizza places.
Yeah, we're downtown, but there's a lot of nightlife that goes on. So after games, we would go and we would hit the different bars and with teammates and wives and girlfriends, and we'd always make a stop on our walk back up to our apartment. The pizza place isn't there anymore, but it's I mean, the pizzas we would get for 6 to 7, 8 of us were, I mean, the boxes were this big. So they do some good pizza here.
Do you miss that at all, that element, or just in general, or are you?
I mean, we always say there's a life before kids and there's a life after kids, and we enjoyed our time before we had kids, and this, like I said, this was part of it. But yeah, sometimes you miss that kind of vibe, but I wouldn't trade where I'm at now to go back to that. No.
Obviously now you're living in London, a massive city. Here's a massive city. It's kind of the similarities there. How does that compare, do you think, here to London? Well,
considering I had a stop off in between, it's it was a big change moving over, but yeah, I mean it's very, very similar. I think the fast-paced nature of New York, there's obviously a fast-paced nature in London, but it's just not quite the same. I think London, you can go at your own pace, and you can visit different areas. Here in New York, man, you step out, you're getting caught up in a wave and swept away. So yeah, it's tough. But it's a life experience. It's something that we enjoyed as younger adults. But yeah, it's hard to compare. It really is hard to compare.
Just want to touch on the media aspect of things, because obviously it's different here. There's quite brutal at times, but for soccer players, football players, it seems to be quite forgiving. So I mean, is that a good thing as well?
Yeah, it's funny because when I first, as we grew up here in the U.S., you always about the New York media, and so when I first got drafted to New York, it was, oh, well, the media there, and then you come here and you realize that the media here is, for athletes, is more basketball, is more NFL, it's more baseball. For the soccer and that, it's you have media, but you don't have the criticism that these other sports have. For me, it was brilliant. And in a way, there were times where they could be critical, but it wasn't relentless, if that makes sense. So I think in a way it prepared me for what we get in England, but on a smaller scale.
Does it feel, just being back here now, they've got music going on, there's
always
hustle and bustle. Does it feel good to be back? I mean, you lived here 2 years.
Yeah, there's always music playing. There's right now, I think I was told there's an Italian festival going on, a big Italian community around here. But yeah, whenever I get to come back, which is not very often, been back with the national team, I think once or twice. But yeah, to come back is nice. It's nice to reminisce. Used to take walks around this park with the dogs. So yeah, it's nice to be back and kind of see and feel what I did as a 22-year-old kid coming out of university. Yeah,
we touched on it earlier, the whole reflective side of things, and how much your life's changed, I guess, since you were here as a 22-year-old boy, early stage of a man. But it must feel, when you're walking around now, and like I said, being a US team national player, things have changed.
Yeah, things have changed. Again, for the better, without a doubt. But to stand here and I don't think I've stood here in probably 6, 7, 8 years, and think back on when I was living here and standing here and seeing these things, and you take it for granted, and then you come back and you remember all the good times, all the tough times as well. But yeah, it's nice to come back and kind of have those memories kind of pop back in your head, and kind of go through them and replay them again.
So Tim, obviously Hoboken's got a lot more to offer. Where else can we go now?
A few of the staff members say they're hungry, so we're going to try to find a different pizza place and show all of you the Nightlife. Not that we're going to go in and see the Nightlife, but just where all the kind of bars are that people frequent, and just show the overall kind of feel and vibe of Hoboken.
Check it out, yeah?
Let's do it.
Is there a part of you, Tim, that wishes you could go back to these times a little bit?
Nah, maybe for a weekend.
Yeah?
But not, hello. See, bar.
Happy hour.
Bar. Happy hour.
Everyone
getting off the path. I don't. probably wouldn't be a good idea for me. No. Sometimes, but like at the same time, all the people I played with and got to know, and we lived here with, they're not here anymore. So they were those are the ones that made it fun.
Of course.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
All right, we're gonna go up one more block. and see. That'll be Washington Avenue, which is Hoboken's version of a high street. Hey.
Hey, not a difference for that.
It's a regular occurrence here as well. Here's another little anecdote for you. I believe actually, no, I know. This is where my wife got my wedding ring from.
She told you the place?
Well, we went together.
Okay, makes sense. Did you get pizza afterwards?
I won't get a pizza, but you guys can get a pizza.
Let's feed the kid. Come on.
No, I can't.
Listen to me. It's
I
no
can't.
charge.
Listen.
I'm the boss.
Well, I brought the guys.
I'm
They're
the
hungry.
boss. So the boss says everybody eats free.
There you go.
There's no charge.
There you go.
So when the owner says it's free, it's free. So come on in and let's come on.
Hit it up. Go on. I know you said you were hungry. You said you were hungry.
Barbecue pie came out. Of course, the sausage is always good.
So this was the other one that you walk past, and you just can't not stop.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? I'm gonna look with my eyes and eat with my eyes, but I'm not gonna touch.
Come on.
I can't.
Can't cheat, no carbs.
No, I can't cheat. No cheating.
Carbs
No
at your
cheating.
age? I'm the one that's got to worry about carbohydrates.
My
At
age.
your age, you should eat all the carbohydrates you want. You loves looking at me, this guy. I'm a handsome guy, all right? Let me cover my chin up, Dad.
Yeah, so Tim, being a 22-year-old here, an athlete here, must have been pretty fun.
It was fun, and it was also dangerous, as we can see here. Getting all the guys some pizza, but no, it was fun. It was you get the best of both worlds. You don't have to live in New York, but you can go in New York whenever you want. It's 15 minutes on New Jersey, New York's version of the Tube. The Nightlife. I mean, this street here is just rammed on a Friday, late Friday night, Saturday night, and then I mean, the Sundays, quiet. Everybody sleeps in,
Hangover days,
as you can imagine. Hangover days, and you just enjoy life. For me, it was the first time living away from home, and we enjoyed it. We obviously worked hard to be able to enjoy it, but it was fantastic time. My wife and I still talk about it.
What was that stat you had for us about how packed it is here?
Yeah, so I think it was anyway when we were living here, but I think per square mile, which this is what Hoboken is, it's 1 square mile. It's the most bars per square mile in the US. You could walk down Washington in these side streets, and pretty much every second door is a bar. I mean, we were walking up here and it was like, hey, come into the bar, come in. Music playing, doors open, like similar to this. The doors are just wide open and people come and go, and just a good time.
I have to ask you, obviously there's a little contingent of you that used to go on these kind of visitations, nights out. Was it like Thierry Henry and that? How was he on it?
No, he lived in one of the big buildings across the river. But to be fair to TT, he was very, very generous, would have us over for dinners, spend time with the team. So, but he never frequented this area.
He missed out.
He missed out, probably for the better, because I think he probably wouldn't have enjoyed it as much as the rest of us did.